I am Jaya from I Am Every Girl.
Hi, I'm Izzy from I Am Every Girl. And I'm Ava from I Am Every Girl. And this is Ayla, who we will be introducing today from Calpurnia. So, how did you meet the people you are now in the band with?
Well, I met Jack, who's a bass player, when I was very young. We have been going to the same school since grade 2. Yeah, he's one of the first people I ever played music with. Also, Malcolm, the drummer, and Finn, who plays guitar and sings as well. We have been playing together for a while. I met them at rock camp, and we started hanging out and jamming, and it was really fun. And they're all pretty much the first people I ever played music with.
Are you older than the rest of the band players?
I actually am the oldest in the band, but only by a month. I'm a month older than Jack, who's the bass player, but Finn and Malcolm are a year younger than I am. And when I first met them, I didn't hang out too much with younger kids, if at all, but for them I made an exception because I thought they were really, really cool, genuine, lovely people.
So were there any female musicians that inspired you to join this band, and if so, who?
Well, I definitely think Anne and Nancy Wilson of Heart, the Heart sisters, I grew up listening to their music. They are really powerful women who just make amazing music, and Nancy Wilson was the guitar player in the band. She's amazing, and they created amazing music, and simple as that. I was really inspired by them when I was growing up. I remember listening to Crazy on You, which is probably one of their most famous songs, and there's this amazing acoustic guitar intro that Nancy plays, and I remember hearing that, and I was just like, wow, I want to do that. I mean, there are women out there creating amazing music, and there's nothing stopping me from doing that if I really want to. And also, Emily Remler, she was a jazz guitar player who, unfortunately, she had quite a short life, and she was so respected in the industry, and it was really inspiring to see that. Just because she was such a incredible, talented musician, people respected her for that. And that was, very inspiring to me, and still is.
How do you juggle having a band and being in school at the same time?
Good question. Well, luckily for me, my school has been really supportive, and even before this band, they were really, excited to see what I was up to in music, and they were really willing to help me find a way to balance school and music and all that. And obviously, I think music is my first love, and some days I wake up feeling super inspired, and I still have to go to school, which is frustrating, but I think it's just knowing that there's something you can learn from every experience. And even though, I don't actually look forward to solving algebra equations, I think you can learn something from doing that, and just the work ethic and learning how to do things that you don't like as much, and then just finding what you do enjoy in those things as well. And that inspires me to keep trying my best to do the best I can in both worlds. Yeah.
What age were you when you started playing guitar and liking music?
I started singing when I was quite young. I played the game Beatles Rock Band for the first time, and I just fell in love with the Beatles. I thought they were amazing. I wanted to be just like them, especially Paul McCartney. So I asked my parents for a guitar, and they were really supportive. They got me a little starter guitar and everything when I was about 10. I took 2 lessons. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this, and I just, as a lot of kids do, I just sort of left the guitar in the corner to gather dust. But in the meantime, I played the cello for a little bit, and then I played the bass, and I really loved the bass a lot. I was quite serious about it, and I was probably about 12 when I started playing, or 11 or 12. And I started performing, and I loved it, but I'd always sort of look longingly over at the guitar player. I'm like, I want to do that. So I started playing the guitar again. So I guess when I was 12, so about 5.5 years ago, that's when I seriously started playing, and I haven't looked back since. And I think I've actually had many instances of my parents telling me to stop practicing, because once I get inspired, I just keep playing, and I don't want to stop. But I think a lot of people get caught up in, how many hours do I have to put in to get good at something? How long is it going to take? And, I think people should just enjoy the process of it and know that it takes a different amount of time for everyone. And if you enjoy it, it doesn't really feel like practicing. To me, it doesn't feel like I'm, it's not a chore. I'm not practicing because I have to. It's because I want to. I love it. And I'm just playing the guitar. And I think just the more you do it, the better you get. And, it's about focusing on what things you want to accomplish, and then focusing your time around that to hopefully improve those aspects of your musicianship and playing.
What advice would you give to young girls wanting to start or join a band?
I think it's just a matter of doing it, and I know that a lot of people who are young girls might say that it's not something they can do because they don't see a lot of girls doing it, but if you love something, I think you should just do it, and no one should be able to stop you. And I think what's amazing is more and more I'm seeing young girls picking up the guitar and who are amazing and joining bands and doing amazing things, and yeah.
What's your spirit animal?
Oh, that's a good question. I think when I was younger, I would definitely say a horse. I always have loved horses. I always wanted to ride horses when I was younger. But now I kind of like sloths a lot. You know, they're sort of the unsung heroes. I don't know of what, but they're great. I think they're really cute, and they just seem to enjoy every moment. They take things slow, right?
What was your favorite book of all time?
That's a very good question. Wow. I do really like Stephen King. Right now I'm reading The Outsider. I wouldn't recommend reading it at your age at all.
The Outsiders?
The Outsider. But The Outsiders as well.
Oh yeah, I just read
book.
that.
I read that book.
Okay.
I think when I was probably a little bit older than you. It's a good one. I think when I was about your age, there's this book series called Warriors, which is about...
Oh my gosh.
That was
It's
my
all of our
all-time favorite series. I read, I think there are like 40 books in the series.
I read all of them.
Now
there's like she's read all of them, and she's halfway through.
Wow.
There's 72.
Yeah, the first series I
And then there's
read
not super editions.
many times. I loved that book series.
There's manga.
Yeah, I've read all of those too. I've read everything.
What do you do on Sundays?
Well, unfortunately, that's when I usually do my homework, because I leave it to Sunday, which I shouldn't do. But aside from that, I'm usually rehearsing or playing music, sometimes relaxing, like watching Netflix or reading a book or something like that.
Well, I'm going to ask a would you rather question.
Okay.
This is
Famous
a sort of
would you rather
painful
question.
one.
Okay.
Would you rather get paper cuts all over you and jump into a pool of lemon juice, or put a toothpick under your nail and kick a wall?
Oh, wow. Do I get paper cuts on my fingers as well? Everywhere. Okay, I guess the toothpick, because I guess it's just one concentrated area of pain as opposed to paper cuts everywhere. But you know what? Honestly, I'd rather neither of those happen to me. But I guess that's not the point of the question.
Would you rather be 10 minutes early for everything you went to or 10 minutes late?
See, that's tricky. I've thought about that before because I'm usually 10 minutes late to everything that I do. But I mean, in an ideal world, I would be 10 minutes early because I think that then you can feel comfortable everywhere you are and you can meet people before whatever event you're going to starts. Yeah. That being said, it is nice to make an entrance, right? So
I think I'd rather be 10 minutes early.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Would you rather live in a fake world but where all your wishes came true and you had whatever you want, or the real world?
Oh, wow. Okay, so what do you mean by fake world?
Like, it's not real. You just wish for whatever you want and then it comes. It's like virtual reality.
Yeah. I guess the real world, because ultimately, if it's not a real world, then is it really coming true? I don't know. I think it's about making the best of what the real world has to offer you. And even though, I mean, in real life, a lot of things don't always happen the way you intend and not all your dreams come true. But that being said, I think sometimes things do happen that are positive things. Yeah.
So this one's a bit dark.
Okay, I'm ready.
So if the moon was like coming towards the earth, or like something would explode,
Right.
or like killing everybody,
Yeah.
would you save yourself but everybody else be dead? Or save everybody else
Would you
and risk your
Or you'd
life?
be dead.
Yeah.
I think the second one,
Yeah,
because
me too.
I mean, it would be really sad to be the only person left in the world. And then also, I don't think I'd be able to live knowing that
Yeah.
I was the reason that everyone else is not there and that I had the opportunity to save them. Yeah.
The only reason I don't want to die is because I don't want people being sad at my funeral.
But I mean, I think also people in this instance maybe would be happy because like they'd be thankful that you risked your life to save theirs.
Do you prefer, are you a dog person or a cat person?
I've had both cats and dogs in my life, but I think dogs. I like dogs. They're so cute.
All of us here are cat people.
I'm sorry.
And do you prefer books or movies?
I think books. So then you can like
Yay.
create a movie in your brain, right?
Okay, wait, have you read any of the Harry Potter books?
I've only read the first few, which is really bad, but I love them so
There's a
much.
play now.
Yeah.
We saw it.
Was it good?
Yeah.
It was
Nice. I want to see that.
Do you like winter or summer?
I think summer. The weather's nicer.
like sweet or sour?
Sweet. Yeah.
Okay, red or blue?
Red. No, blue. A nice like light blue. Yeah.
Do you have any message for the girls watching this?
Well, I guess I want to say that there is nothing stopping you from pursuing what you love. And I'd like to hope that one day we live in a world where everyone is given equal opportunity to do that. And I think even if things don't seem positive right now, I think there's still a way to, in some capacity, do what you love. And I think don't let anyone tell you that you can't just because you're a girl or just because of your age or anything like that. I think that those things are not supposed to be boundaries in any way, and that they should never hold you back.
When does your next album come out, and where can people go get it?
Good question. Well, we have an EP coming out June 15th, just 6 songs, the first 6 songs we ever wrote, and you can find it on any streaming service like Spotify, Apple Music. You could buy it on the iTunes store if you really want to. Also, we have it coming out on vinyl too, if you have a record player, which is cool. Yeah, anywhere like that.
Thank you.
so
Thank you for
much.
having this interview.
Thank you
Of
for
course,
coming.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you.